on in. I know y'all need to hear this here. I know y'all been wondering this. Everybody been wondering this like I've been wondering it. I know you've been wondering it, Vic. This is why your gas has been running out so fast. Now, come on now. You know gas prices been through the roof. It's damn near $5 a gallon now. And it seems like as soon as you fill up and you get to the pump, next thing you know, you get the ride, next thing you know, you need to go to the pump again. You dig what I'm saying? So this is why. If you ever notice when you go to the pumps, they have that sign that said it's 10% ethanol. You ever pay that any attention, Vic? Yes. Okay. Well, in March of 2026, the EPA issued an emergency waiver allowing E15 gas, which means it's going to have 15% ethanol in it instead of 10%, right? Okay. Now, Congress has passed a law stating that now they're going to allow E15 all year round to be added to the gasoline and fuel, right? Now, that might not sound like a big deal. Okay, whatever. But let me explain what that ethanol does. And mind you, now, this is what I did in the military. I was a gas man, petroleum specialist. Shout out to all my 92 Foxes and all my battle buddies went to war with me. Shout out to y'all. But yeah, so I know a little something about this here. So what that is, what the ethanol is, basically what the ethanol does, it cuts the gas. For all my street pharmacists and people who are in the street, it's basically cut. They put cut on it so you don't have to use, so they don't have to use as much gas, or you don't have to use as much gas. So they cut some of it with the ethanol. So basically, you know, when anything is cut or stepped on, it's a less valuable product, right? Okay, so that's the layman's. Let me get into it though. Okay, boom, brown, boom, 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 basically. Okay, boom, boom. Okay, add ethanol. Ethanol is basically something they add to the fuel so you don't need as much fuel. So basically they cut it, and anybody knows, Okay, I just said that. The worst of the product, which is why your car has been idling rough when you're just sitting there. Okay, while your gas has been running out so fast, and while your digital fuel gauge has been off. You know how that's been all over the place sometimes, where you're sitting there, you think, oh, I'm supposed to have this much gas, and they ain't got that much gas? Right. This is why. Because they've been putting E15 in. They ain't just started this, they just officially announced it. But they've been doing this, like I said, since March or probably before. This ain't told us. Now the cat is out the bag because people noticing, people complaining about it, so they can't just keep lying. Right? So what it is you have reduced fuel efficiency. That's what it is. So supposedly, you'll pay less at the pump, but you're going to need more gas more often. So how's that saving? If I save less at the pump, but I got to go to the pump more, how am I saving money? Don't make sense. But they'll pull that up, the wool over your eyes and make you think that you saving money because you're paying less at the pump. Not to mention, but you ain't realize you're at the pump three times a week instead of once or twice. Right? And if you have an older car or something, you know, to just ride around in, you know how we do have something to just get around in.